Like a magician. I have 4 of these. One of those tools you very rarely use, but every now and again you do. I started with this one, nearly finished it. Part 1. This one's got a bit of damage. This is probably the one that tried to kill me. So there's a bit of a gouge, but I can polish that out easy enough. And ultimately, even though these are aluminium, and they'll probably look really nice polished up, they're getting painted. The other thing I'm really pleased about is that the dome and the central nipple that I specifically put into the mold came out nicely as well. So you can see it quite clearly depending on the angle that you look at, because I wanted a little bit of detail right into the center of that. Right, next job, see if they fit. See if they fit. I've now got them all to pretty much exactly the same size. They actually float if you put them right at the top of the hole, and that'll be the intent, is to have them sitting right at the top of the hole. Bought some acetone instead of thinners. Apparently it cleans really well. It's the first time I'm trying it. So get some on a rag. I think my rag's probably too big because I don't like wasting. I'm wanting to cut the rag in half. Maybe I should just carry on and waste the rag. Thanks, Pedro. So let's see what happens when I smear this on both sides. Okay, so the wax is coming off that I put on there. So I used some beeswax polish as a float when I was using that hammer handle to force this into the mold that I'd cut out. It seems to take it off quite nicely. Put a weight on there. Right. It's probably better than that, eh? The other side. Oh, it's just taken off the Sharpie, which is sort of a silly thing, because this one was back to front, because I cleaned up the metal, you know, I buffed it. So that's good. That's just taken the Sharpie off. But I'm going to run that under that machine again. And that side, leave it dry a little bit. A bit more of this stuff wasted. It's about 20 pounds for a 5-litre jug. Now, if your wife is into doing her fingernails with Q-Tex or whatever nail polish they use, they pay quite a significant price for the nail polish remover that they use. That comes from a pharmacy or a kind of a toiletry wholesaler or whatever. I suppose any grocery store, not any, but probably many grocery stores will also keep it. So this is working quite well. The reason I'm cleaning this off the back is because I'm going to be using, I'll I'll also rough it up before I actually glue it. But I'm planning on using a riser, probably 60mm water pipe or kitchen sink drainage pipe, little slivers of it, and I'm putting center caps in the center holes of those wheels, and then these will float like little mushrooms right in the hole. That should work. I'll just polish up this side as well. I'll go over everything with another clean run or pass, because I learned my bloody lesson when I used the cleaner. Okay, so those two are done. When I used the cleaner on the Oldsmobile after I'd done all the prep, before I started doing the clear lacquer, and that ran or bloomed or whatever the hell you want to call it, didn't bloom. It basically accumulated, I guess, like oil on top of water, or water on, in fact, water on top of oil would give you the perfect example of what that looked like when that was completely cocked up. So it took a lot of effort to sand it back, clean it, and then put 3 new coats over the top of that. It's still not perfect, but it'll be better once I've left the clear lacquer to harden for a couple of weeks. I'm going to leave it alone for 2 weeks, at least try. And then once, this is interesting, there's definitely residue on here as well, of some sort. I'm not sure what it is, because I used my drum sander to sand the whole of this offcut of aluminium. Maybe I'm contaminating it here. It looks like I'm actually contaminating it. That's not clever, is it? But we'll come back. First job now is just to get the worst of this floating agent, or whatever you want to call it, that I used, the beeswax, to help that hammer handle glide, for want of a better word, over the top of this aluminium when I was forcing it down. I'm trying to think what the word is. There's a word for what I'd created in the first place with the wood to make this recess so I could get the domed effect. There's definitely something on there. Right, so that's part 1. Part 2 will be, this cloth looks good actually, most of it. So I'll now redo it with a clean part of cloth. Just leave it alone to dry. I'll come back with a clean cloth and do one more pass before I stick some of that on the outsides and the rims. Right, cloth. Let's turn these over. Actually, that's a mistake. I need to texture this up before I clean it. So we'll stop this for a moment. And of course, just like that, we're back. I also got some stands. You can see some of these have been used for years. I use them for all sorts. So the last job on the cleaning is one more coat off. Yeah, alright. May as well swim in it. One more coat of this acetone to really clean off the tops of these, which is where this stuff's going on. I probably should have, I can still do it, because these hands are kind of semi-clean, I guess. Just do a final wipe on the back, touch the top, do a final wipe on the back, and touch the front, do the back. do the front, put a little rag over every time. And then we hope that our contamination level is quite low. We'll put these quite close to each other. Right, take, rattle and roll. I think this was brought to me by Disaster Bus a few years ago. I don't know how many years ago. But he was doing a house clearance and brought home some stuff. Wonder if I should use the other edge primer. Fancy stuff I bought. This worked well on the Oldsmobile, so I may as well use it here. Probably more than enough. At the end of the day, it's etch primer, and that should do the job to give some adherence on this aluminium when it comes to putting down the gold base plate. Right, it's me and the little gun again. This little 10-pound gun has given me more pleasure, more reward, and worked better than some of the expensive guns, including my DeVilbiss. It's just such a useful little tool. So I'm going to do a light coat on the back of these discs so that the edges are completely covered in paint as well. So when you flip them over, you don't see any of the etch prime or any of the aluminium from the back. There it goes.
Now give it some time to dry.
Right, we're on to the front, which is the important side. Second heavy coat coming up. We'll see what they look like in the light once the colors settle down. Right, take two. Let's see if this slightly light BMW color suits the wheels better. Give it a chance to dry, but I think that's a better match.